Hi there. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Hi. Communication is critical in a marriage, and it's one of the reasons why there's so much conflict in marriages when couples aren't effectively communicating. I brought some footage of some of your communication with each other. In working with couples, a common strategy is to have them reenact a recent conflict. We're taking that to the next level by showing them footage of a recent conflict or argument so that they can see how they're communicating.
Mia, I don't want to talk about this anymore. Because you can't communicate.
What do you notice about that clip?
Looks like I'm kind of like on the defense a little bit, just from like my stance and stuff. So I appreciate.
And then so instead, and I told you that.
Well then.
I've told you.
So as I'm watching the videos, I'm kind of like in shock at how I'm acting because I'm just not doing anything. It's so weird. I guess I thought that I was communicating and that I was speaking how I was feeling, but I'm not doing any of that, so.
So I'm wondering if there are things that make it hard for you to be present with Tristan in this moment.
It actually kind of brings me back to my childhood. Like if we're ever getting scolded at, you know, I would just shut down and like not talk basically because I didn't want to make it worse. So I guess I kind of check out.
So when you would get scolded, and what would that look like?
Well, my parents are like super traditional and they're also raised in different countries. So their way of disciplining is just a little bit different than I guess like most families. Like one of the things my dad would do before, you know, it would escalate is he would do like the stare eye contact, like the death stare.
So that eye contact actually is intimidating? Mm-hmm. What else? Anything you noticed in body language, tone of voice, anything like that?
My mom is the one that's very, very vocal.
Would she raise her voice?
Mm-hmm. She would get really loud, like yelling.
How often did that happen?
Once or twice a week up until I was like 16. And that's why when we're in arguments and stuff, I just kind of check out and just like not say or do anything in those moments to kind of protect myself.
I didn't know about Mia's past, so I'm frustrated with myself because of raising my voice. To her, it is a stressor. I need a break.
I'm gonna give him a minute.
I feel horrible telling him now, you know?
The thing is, the thing that I don't want you to do is feel badly for telling him. Tristan had a very strong reaction to hearing what Mia has gone through in her life. And Mia was concerned that she shouldn't have told him anything. In the longer term, though, her disclosure to him, I think, could potentially bring them closer together. The two of you are doing, you know, incredibly well, despite everything that you've gone through. Mm-hmm. How are you feeling knowing this has happened in your wife's life?
It's tough. I don't want to be angry at her parents.
Yeah.
And I don't want her to be resentful toward them. But you still have that feeling of being punished.
I don't think if I ever watched any of those clips back, I would even know what I'm doing. You know, I would have gone like 30 plus more years just doing the same thing, not knowing what's causing it or why I act that way, so.
And, you know, now you're armed with this knowledge and information, and just by knowing that, you can make changes in your communication going forward. Tristan, when you got upset, next time this happens, hand on my heart, what do I need right now? I need to take a break. I need to get out of this room, get my head together and collect my thoughts. What does she need right now? She needs to know I'm gonna be back. Mm-hmm. And then we're gonna talk about this. Mm-hmm. Right? Right, it's a very simple strategy, but just by doing that, you can ground yourself in the moment.
Meeting with Dr. Jessica made me look to see things that I had to grow in, how I need to grow as a husband. I looked at this as a self-reflection to help me in every aspect of life. And I really am grateful for it.
Now you have this information and you can make some changes going forward, both of you. And you want to be ride or die? Like, this is the way to do it, right? And for the long term.